Are you utilizing the optimal rep ranges to meet your performance goals? Well, in today's episode of Teddy's Teaching Tuesday, we're going to go over all the different rep ranges and how to make them work for you and go beyond. So let's get to it. So most of us have a very general understanding of rep ranges and how they help us meet our physical fitness goals. As far as if I want to get stronger, I lift for just a few reps and go as heavy as I can. Now, if I want to pack on some muscle mass, I'm going to do a moderate amount of weight for a moderate amount of reps. And then if I'm really trying to get some muscular endurance and stamina, I'm going to lift lighter weights for a long period of time or a ton of reps. So for the most part, this is true. But what if I told you there's quite a bit more to it than that? So as you can see here, I'm putting up a chart from the National Strength Conditioning Association that shows a continuum of reps and how they correlate with physical fitness attributes. So I'm going to pick one for example. So I like messing with the 1 to 6 rep range the most, but you'll see it's heavily correlated with strength and power typically. But you'll see below there's some hypertrophy and muscular endurance. Well, I'm going to explain how that can be. So if you take the conjugate method, for example, we utilize the maximal effort, dynamic effort, and repetition method. So with the maximal effort, let's say a 3 rep range. So if I'm doing a bench press for 3 reps in the max effort method, I'm simply going to go as heavy as I can. That's going to pack on strength for me. Now, if I utilize the dynamic effort method, doing 3 reps again, I'm going to use a sub-maximal amount of weight with accommodating resistance and move it as fast as I can. So this is going to build a lot more power. Now, ultimately, that will lead into strength long term, but in that moment, you're focusing mostly on power. Now, the repetition method is where things get a little bit different. So 3 reps, most of you are probably wondering, well, how can I pack on muscle or even get some endurance out of it if it's just 3 reps? It's not going to be long enough. Typically, you're right, but what if I told you can mess with the tempo of that and make it very different? So if you do a bench press, for example, 10 seconds down and 10 seconds up, and I'm going to put them side by side, you're going to see that doing 3 reps at that tempo is probably going to be about the same amount of time under tension as just doing 10 reps at a normal speed. So that's where if you manipulate how you do the reps, it's going to change what it does for you. So yes, 3 reps typically is associated with strength or power, but realistically, you can use it for a multitude of different things. So now that we talked about how to make the reps for you or work for you from an intensity standpoint, now I want to go over how to make them work for you in the exercises. So when we're trying to pack on strength and power, the best thing to do is use multi-joint exercises like your squat, bench, and deadlift. Now, if you're trying to build more power, that opens up your array of exercises you can do because you're focusing on speed and you don't require as much weight. Now, if you're trying to do muscular endurance or pack on some muscle size, that's where it gets a little tricky as far as what you can do and what you should do. So in my opinion, lifts like the deadlift, they're great exercises, but they really shouldn't be done for more than 5 reps. Now, you can do more than 5 reps, but unless you're getting ready for a competition, the risk to benefit ratio is not there. So for example, let's say I'm a 600-pound, 550 to 600-pound deadlifter. I could probably do 315 for 20 reps. But the thing is, I'm going to get fatigued and I'm going to put my low back at risk because I'm just doing it over and over again. So that's why if I'm trying to put on some muscle mass for my low back or make it more endurance based, that's where I'm better off doing a kettlebell swing or a 45-degree back extension or even a reverse hyper to get that traction based movement in to keep my low back nice and healthy. Okay, so now that I've told you how to use it with different exercises and how to do the intensity, which rep ranges are right for you? Well, in my opinion, a full, complete training program should include all rep ranges. So I'll give you an example. So 90% of the year, we fall into all 3 rep ranges, but in different ways. So currently, we are peaking for a testing day where the warm-up, we do a lot of the muscular endurance rep ranges at the beginning for our warm-up. So the reason we do that is so we're able to recover a little bit quicker in between the big lifts and recover in training sessions, and then also build up a lot of connective tissue. Then once we're done with our warm-up, we focus on using either the maximal effort method or dynamic method and do something for strength or power. And then when we go to the accessories, we focus on our weak points, which are usually just lagging muscles, and use the repetition method and focus on hypertrophy in those movements. So I hope you guys found this video useful. If you have more questions than you came in with, that's actually a good thing, because I was trying to show you that this can be a lot more complicated than you would think. So for any additional questions or content, please visit agogeperformance.com.